We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the double. 57 to Mike. I'm here all day.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jacobs now shoves him aside, and a powerful stiff arm and frees him. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. They'll run on first down. It's Barnes, and a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand.
60 outlaw. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's crazy.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Clear.
On second down now, it's Nelson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, check. Watch out. Check nickel. Watch safety creeping. Go. Safety creeping.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, Nelson. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's going to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day. Check 9.
Now a give, right side. Cooper fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's what I do. Undercrush. And 80.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now. Out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And 80. You draw 40. 36.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Right there. 50. Lady. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that. General West. Check 24.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Lady. Run. Check 26, check 61. Matchbox lights.
On 2nd down. It's Cooper, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Pilot, 64,
Darnold on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Watson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check. Look. Screen. Shoot. Watch the shoot. There you go. Fire.
On second down now. It's Jacobs. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready? Mike, 50 seconds. Look at me. Door. Watch the pass. Check 52. Hey, I-7. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Mike's 57.
To throw on third down. Maddox. And it's caught by Herndon. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Barnes. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's get it. 57's the mic. Watch. Hey, exit. Let's go deep, tighten up. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Maddox. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there.
X3, 218, chopper. Let's get that ball, D. Let's go.
On third down, Maddox. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
I got you, punk.
Darnold on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold now to throw. And he finds Howard complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. The hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Nelson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And out a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Darnold throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Cooper. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Looking to throw. Maddox got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
Hey, Delta, look at me. Zipper.
On 1st and 10, Maddox. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Barnes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
80 weapons. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check it back. Check it back. Check safety. Check safety. Slam. Slam. Slam.
On second down, it's Nelson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Strip that ball. Yes. Motion to the backfield. Buzz.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check 50. Check 50. The lady. Smooth.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Wide motion.
Bell. And an alley to run. Bell a first down and then some. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, it's Cooper. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Nelson. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. To throw on 2nd down. Maddox. It's complete to Williams. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it to Williams. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They'll run on 1st down. Barnes. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. It's Nelson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. To throw on 3rd down. Maddox. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Maddox under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that would be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Nelson. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up. Check 3. Check 3. Get it.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 4th down, Maddox. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Guys, pick it up. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Check. Watch 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw on 2nd down. Maddox. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park.